Okay, we're going to continue with the dog. As you can see now, it's starting to take shape. We've got the ears away from the face area. As you can see, the ears drape down like that. We're starting to establish the nose right here, and we're cutting back on the tail itself, in other words, to get that down, because we know it's going to, I'm going to keep removing on this tail here. See what we're doing? See how we're just bringing it down. That's what we're doing, because the tail is going to be, it's going to be pretty thin on a small dog like this. Kind of come in the back here and start to really thin this tail out in here. Okay. All right, we're going. You see what we're doing? We're thinning that tail out right there. We're getting it to a sort of a point. There we go. Now, there we are. We're thinning it out even more. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is, these are the ears coming down, and I drew a line, and I'm going to start separating these ears so we'll have a better look at it here. See what I'm doing? I'm starting to separate the ears on both sides in the middle here, where the base of the neck comes. And I just do that by taking the wood away from it. Not hard, not difficult. There you go. Just see how I'm doing? We're just taking that, drawing the ears back here with a matter of cuts. See, as you begin to, there we go. So the ears are starting to take their shape and form. So that's got to be underneath there. Now, we're also going to separate the front leg, and I've drawn a center down the middle of it, and I'm going to start removing the wood off the leg. Alright, you got to be a little bit careful in this area. You have to use really the point of your knife a lot, but you see what we're doing? We're starting to remove the wood between the legs. See what we're doing? I'm going to come underneath the legs themselves and start moving that wood in there. There you go. I'll just move a little bit more in here on the... See what we're doing? Now we're going to round those feet off right here. See what we're doing? We're just taking and we're shaping that area where the front feet come. See, just like that. Now, basically, what we need to do is round this little fella off a little bit on the back side of him here, where the tail is. We need to kind of come down and start making where that tail comes at the end of the, and I'm going to bring some more off that tail. That tail's still just a little bit too wide. You just gradually do that. And the reason I tell you that I never carve on one area all the time, is because by removing this wood, it helps me to see sort of how my figure does. See how the back's beginning to shape out? Okay. See? Moving this wood right in here. He's beginning to take shape real good. Now I'm going to come up here to the ears, and I'm going to start shaping them a little bit too. Kind of bringing them away from the head, as we may say. And I'm going to sort of do a V cut in here, where I'm bringing the ears away from the face. See, I'm even triangling that even more, because that way we're going to get a little bit more shape on that dog. There we go. Alright, see? There you go. Now, what I'm going to show you here is we're going to draw a line to separate the ears from the head, right in here. See this? And I'm going to cut down here. See what I'm doing? I'm separating those ears from the face entirely. Now, those ears still are going to be a little bit thick, but we're going to cut those down. See what I'm doing? I'm separating the ears from the side of the face. See that? See, there's the head. I'm going to bring this down a little bit right in here. See, look at that. See? This is where the eyes of the dog are established. See it? See from the side how it begins to look like that? Now, we've got to take a little bit more off the back of the dog here. See, basically, this is a good beginner project because it shows you how to shape and form the project itself. There you go. See? See how it's beginning to take shape? See that? Now I'm going to take a little bit more off the front here too, because I really want this to kind of come in a V right in here. Okay? See how it kind of comes at a V? And I want this to sort of come in a V, where it separates the